We've all heard of ADHD, but how much do we really know about it? What is it? Is it harmful? How can I recognize it? What causes it? And how do we treat it? There are so many questions. Did you know that ADHD in children had a rise of 42% between 2003 and 2011 alone? That means a total of 6.4 million children in the United States had ADHD in 2011. That's 10% of all US children. So, what is ADHD? Some people are under the impression that a child with ADHD is simply more active or hyper than usual, and that's all there is to say about it. But that's not even close to defining ADHD, so let's rewind and start from the beginning. ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. It's a condition where people have difficulty with paying attention. They tend to be very active. They have trouble controlling their impulses, controlling their mood, and staying organized. A child does not need to be both hyperactive and have a short attention span to have ADHD. Plenty of children have only one or the other. A child or teen with ADHD may have trouble in school and at home with paying attention, concentrating, losing things, following directions, sitting still, respecting boundaries, acting without thinking, or getting mad and frustrated easily. ADHD is not all bad. It also causes children to be more creative, and plenty of successful people, including athletes, musicians, doctors, and actors, have ADHD. We only try to treat it when the symptoms become severe enough that it makes it difficult for a child to do well in school and in their social life. If your child had a different medical condition like diabetes or asthma, would you turn your back on it? ADHD is no different. A child is not doing this on purpose. They are not trying to act defiant. It's out of their control. As you might imagine, if a child has trouble paying attention, sitting still, or being organized, they will have low self-esteem and probably won't do too well in school. And doing poorly in school leads to bad options for jobs down the road. Additionally, if ADHD is left untreated, this might not just ruin their schoolwork or career. It may make it difficult for them to function in daily life as well. When someone is impulsive, they can have trouble with their social skills, with making friends, or maintaining friendships. But it gets even worse. Children with ADHD that's left untreated are more likely to resort to using drugs and alcohol. So how common is ADHD? Well, the prevalence in school-aged children is estimated to be between 8 and 11%, making it one of the most common disorders of childhood. That means if you walked into an average classroom of 30 students, about 3 students in the room would likely have ADHD. The cause of ADHD is not known with certainty. Possible causes include genetics, brain structure, and an imbalance of chemicals in the brain produced by the body. Obviously, you want whatever is best for your child. You want them to be as successful as possible at every stage of life, so that they can become the leader they are meant to be in the career of their choice. Well, we want that too. That's why we don't want to let ADHD get in their way or chain them down. Not if we can help it. So, is there anything that we can do together to help your child overcome ADHD? Well, one option is psychotherapy. Psychotherapy refers to a variety of techniques and methods used to help children, adolescents, and adults who are experiencing difficulties with their emotions or behavior. It can be especially helpful if the child suffers from other social or emotional conditions, such as anxiety or depression. Psychotherapy is often used in combination with other treatments, like medication, behavior management, or working with the school. But why is therapy different from talking to a nice teacher? Psychotherapy is not simply talking about your feelings. There are many kinds of therapy. Each form has its own uses and techniques which can give the patient tools to help them cope with, overcome, and grow from whatever challenge they are facing. Each child is different, and only a trained therapist can decide on the best possible form of therapy for your child. Psychotherapy helps children and teens in a variety of ways. They receive emotional support, resolve conflicts with people, understand their feelings, and try out new solutions to old problems. Psychotherapy is not a quick fix or an easy answer. It is a complex and rich process that, over time, can reduce symptoms, provide insight, and improve a child or teen's functioning and quality of life. That pretty much covers psychotherapy. But what about medications? Well, here's a picture of a child's brain. It's young and ready to be filled with knowledge. But there's just one problem. This brain has ADHD, so this area in the front, it's actually asleep. But if we give it some medication, we can send a message to the brain that nap time is over and say, hey, this kid has to wake up. It's time to learn. Medications are a helpful part of the treatment for ADHD. They come in several different forms, such as pills, patches, and liquids. For ADHD, younger patients aged 4 to 5 are usually treated with psychotherapy alone. However, children aged 6 years or older are often treated with medication alone or a combination of medications and psychotherapy. Research shows that a combination of both psychotherapy and medication together is probably the most effective treatment for ADHD. Studies have shown that ADHD medications dramatically reduce hyperactivity, improve attention and concentration, and increase the ability to get along with others. ADHD medications are very safe. Most of the possible side effects of these medications are mild, they don't last long, and are reversible with adjustments to the dose or dosing interval. The effects vary based on each specific medication, so be sure to ask your doctor what the possibilities are whenever you start a new medication. To clarify, let's put this another way. If your child had diabetes, wouldn't you give them medication to help them get better? Well, in diabetes, it's the pancreas that needs medication, and in ADHD, it's the brain. Let's review. ADHD can be recognized by a short attention span, trouble concentrating, and restlessness. The child or teen is easily upset and frustrated, often has problems getting along with family and friends, and usually has trouble in school. But it doesn't have to be this way. ADHD is a very treatable disorder, and all of these symptoms can be managed. ADHD does not usually have a quick fix over a few days. Treatment requires some time and commitment. It will involve a team effort, including the child, their parent, teacher, therapist, and doctor all working together. There are many ways to get your child referred for evaluation of ADHD. Ask your pediatrician, your child's teacher, or the mental health clinic in your school. Maintain a close connection with your treatment team and your child's teacher to make sure the treatment is effective and working. Together, we can beat ADHD and ensure your child's emotional well-being and success.